Hi, everybody. Dr. White here, the founder of the Business Analysis Doctor. So, by now, you've probably noticed that the ability to create value is one of the most important capabilities for any organization or business. And as a business analyst, the ability to determine the potential value of requirements and solutions can greatly impact the overall success or effectiveness of a product, as well as the overall success of a project. So today, I'm going to be giving you some keys to determine the potential value of requirements and solutions. The first key is to understand value from a business analysis perspective. Babcock defines value as the worth, importance, or usefulness of something to a stakeholder within a specific context. And from a quantitative perspective, value is simply benefits minus costs. It's also important to understand that value is determined from the perspective of the customer. And as business analysts, it's our responsibility to help the customer identify and articulate that value, as well as justify the effort for procuring that value. The second key is to consider tangible and intangible value. Most organizations determine whether or not a project will be initiated based on the financial gains or losses that are prevented from the effort of the change. Business analysts generally provide decision makers with a complete estimate of the effort, considering tangible and intangible costs and benefits. Tangible value is value that can be measured quantitatively and generally directly relates to the financial components of a project. So, for example, if a new project was proposed for a new application that would allow employees to process loans 2 days faster, allowing for an increase of about $20,000 a month. Executives would likely find that to be a good justification for initiating the project when they look at the financial gains over a period of time. Intangible value deals with perceived benefits such as motivation, status, morale, likability, and reputation. So, for example, if an organization takes on a project to improve their organization's online presence, this could increase their revenue since most customers make purchase decisions based on what they read on the internet. So, this could lead to increased sales, but it would take some extensive analysis in order to determine the direct correlation between the improved online presence and the increased sales. Okay, your third key is to consider value from an absolute and relative perspective. In order to fully assess value, business analysts need to be able to consider value from an absolute and relative perspective. Absolute value is the value of a requirement or solution versus having nothing at all or no other option. So, in order to calculate the assessed values, business analysts would consider the tangible and intangible components that we discussed earlier. Relative value is the value of a requirement or solution in relation to others. So for requirements, this becomes important when there's a need to prioritize requirements. This is particularly important in agile environments. When you're developing an MVP or managing a backlog, requirements are prioritized against one another in order to determine which requirement is going to be worked on next. For solutions, we consider relative value when we're comparing multiple solution approaches or multiple design options throughout the project in order to determine the best approach for the organization. Key number 4, exercise techniques that focus on value. Determining requirement and solution value can be tricky and even complex at times. So here are several techniques that will help you determine the value of the requirements or solution. The business model canvas provides an understanding of the value proposition that the organization provides to its customers. This helps provide context for evaluating the value of solutions and requirements. Evaluation criteria can be helpful for assessing relative value because it allows requirements to be prioritized against one another based on attributes and solutions can be ranked against one another in a more objective manner. A financial analysis is most helpful for determining the absolute and tangible costs and benefits that need to be taken into consideration when assessing value. Focus groups, interviews, surveys, and workshops can all be used to discuss value. The most important thing to take into consideration is having the right stakeholders involved in this discussion. Prototyping can help with assessing value by modeling the future state in order to have a better indication of the potential value of a solution in the form of outcomes. The value proposition canvas technique can be used to align requirements or solution features to the needs of the customer. I recommend looking into all of these techniques in further detail to see which of these can work best in your next value assessment. Well, those are the keys for determining the potential value of requirements and solutions. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Also, be sure to check out our business analysis courses at thebadoc.com/courses. Until next time.